We asked an AI to predict the release date of GTA 6, and the results? Well, they might just blow your mind. Let's dive in. So, here's the deal. We live in an age where machines can predict the weather, recommend movies, and even drive cars. But can they predict the release date of one of the most anticipated games? That's the question we set out to answer. Now, I'm a software engineer by trade, and I've spent countless hours diving deep into the realms of data mining, statistics, and playing around with machine learning models. You know, the usual weekend hobbies. But this time, I thought, why not combine my love for gaming with my knack for tech? And thus, our little experiment was born. We unleashed the power of an advanced AI, known as SuperAGI, on the vast expanse of the internet. Our mission? To scour every nook and cranny, every forum post, every leak, every wild fan theory, and piece together the most probable release date for GTA 6. Think of it as sending a digital detective on a mission, equipped with the analytical prowess of Sherlock Holmes, the persistence of a cat chasing a laser pointer, and the vast knowledge of, well, the entire internet. But before we dive into what our AI detective found, let's get a bit nerdy and talk about what SuperAGI actually is. Don't worry, I'll keep the jargon to a minimum. After all, we're here for games, not a computer science lecture, right? Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty. SuperAGI. Sounds like a superhero name, doesn't it? Well, in the world of artificial intelligence, it's pretty close. First off, AI, or artificial intelligence, is essentially a machine or software that can think, learn, and make decisions. Kind of like a human, but without the need for coffee breaks or sleep. Imagine your computer suddenly having the brain power of Einstein, but it's still cool with just playing your Spotify playlists. Now, SuperAGI stands for Super Artificial General Intelligence. It's like AI on steroids. While your regular AI might be great at one specific task, like recommending the next song or predicting the weather, SuperAGI is designed to perform any intellectual task that a human being can. It's the jack of all trades in the AI world. But here's where it gets even cooler. SuperAGI uses something called an LLM, which stands for Large Language Model. In simple terms, an LLM is a type of AI that's trained on vast amounts of text data. It's like if you read every book, article, and meme on the internet, and then could recall any piece of that information in a split second. That's what this AI can do. Alright, let's step into the shoes of our AI detective for a moment. Imagine you're given a mission, not to save the world, but to find out when the next big game is dropping. Sounds exciting, right? Well, for SuperAGI, it was just another day at the digital office. First things first, SuperAGI plunged into the vast ocean of the internet. Now, while we humans might get distracted by cute cat videos or the latest dance challenge, SuperAGI was laser-focused. Its goal? To find every piece of chatter, every whisper, every hint about GTA 6. The internet is a noisy place. For every gem of information, there's a mountain of, well, let's call it not-so-useful stuff. But SuperAGI, with its super smart brain, started sifting through it all. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but if the needle was made of gold and the haystack was the size of a continent. Once it gathered all the data, it was time to play detective. SuperAGI began connecting the dots, looking for patterns and cross-referencing information. It's like when you're trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle, but instead of a pretty picture, you're trying to reveal a release date. With all the data in hand, SuperAGI began its final analysis. It weighed the old information with the new, the facts with the rumors, and the leaks with the official statements. It's like baking a cake. You need the right ingredients in the right amounts to get the perfect result. Now, I know this all sounds very Mission Impossible, and you might be expecting some dramatic music in the background. But remember, for SuperAGI, this is just another day's work. No sweat, no drama, just cold, hard data analysis. But of course, even the best detective needs a second opinion, and that's where our data miners come into play. Let's see what they dug up to complement SuperAGI's findings. Now, I know what you're thinking. Data miner? Is that like a Minecraft thing? Not quite. Data mining is the process of discovering patterns and knowledge from large amounts of data. It's like panning for gold, but in a sea of information. And as someone who specializes in it, I can tell you, finding that golden nugget of information is just as thrilling. So, with the combined powers of SuperAGI and a bit of my own data mining expertise, we set out on our quest. The gaming community is vast and incredibly resourceful. Someone, somewhere, always knows something. They weighed the credible sources against the not-so-credible ones, the confirmed news against the wild speculations. It's a bit like piecing together a puzzle where some pieces are real and others are just decoys. With SuperAGI's predictions and the data miners' findings combined, we were able to zero in on a date. But before we reveal that, let's dive into the reasoning behind this predicted date. First and foremost, we looked at Rockstar Games' track record. These folks have a certain rhythm to their releases. It's like that one friend who's always fashionably late to parties. Once you've figured out their pattern, you can predict their arrival down to the minute. Similarly, Rockstar tends to release major titles in the fall, probably to get us gamers cozy and settled for the winter gaming marathons. Remember that earnings call from Take-Two, Rockstar's parent company? They hinted at the next fiscal year being a big one. Now, we're not saying they drew us a map with a big X marking the GTA 6 release spot, but it was a pretty big hint. It's like when your friend says they're not throwing you a surprise birthday party. SuperAGI, with its vast knowledge and analytical prowess, took all the available data and crunched the numbers. Our data miners made sure to weigh in the community's voice in their analysis. Some dates were too soon, considering the development time needed for a game of GTA's caliber. Others were too far, even for Rockstar's teasing nature. By eliminating the improbable, we were left with the probable. Now, I know all this reasoning might sound like we're piecing together a conspiracy theory, complete with red strings connecting pictures on a wall, but it's all backed by data, analysis, and a sprinkle of educated guessing. All right, enough beating around the bush. Let's get to the date you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Or, just keep watching. All right, the moment of truth. The culmination of AI analysis, data mining, and a sprinkle of gamer intuition. The date when we believe the gaming world will collectively call in sick, stock up on snacks, and dive headfirst into the streets of GTA 6. For all you console gamers, mark your calendars, set your alarms, and maybe start practicing those "I'm feeling under the weather" calls. Thursday, 17th October 2024. That's right, mid-October, just as the leaves are turning and the air gets that crisp autumn feel. Perfect gaming weather if you ask me. But wait, PC gamers, we haven't forgotten about you. While Rockstar Games has this, let's call it a soft spot for consoles, fear not. Your date with GTA 6 Destiny is set for Thursday, 21st November 2024. A tad bit later, yes. But think of it as Rockstar's way of making sure you have the perfect game to cozy up with as winter sets in. Plus, it gives you a bit more time to upgrade those rigs and ensure everything runs smoother than a heist planned by Lester. Now, I can almost hear the collective groans from the PC community. It's a trend Rockstar has been following for a while. Maybe they like the challenge of keeping PC gamers in suspense, or perhaps it's their way of ensuring the PC release is polished to perfection. Whatever the reason, we can all agree on one thing. It's going to be worth the wait. So there you have it, folks. The dates our digital detective and team of data miners have zeroed in on. But remember, in the world of gaming, dates can be as elusive as a hidden Easter egg. So while we're pretty confident in our prediction, always be prepared for a plot twist. After all, that's what makes the gaming world so thrilling, right? So, what did we learn from this digital escapade? Well, for starters, AI might just be the next big thing in gaming predictions. I mean, who needs a crystal ball when you've got a supercomputer sifting through the vastness of the internet? We've done our homework, crunched the numbers, and even had a few late-night debates over this. And while we're pretty darn confident in our prediction, there's always that little asterisk. Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive, being the masterminds they are, might just throw us a curveball. Maybe they'll decide to release the game on a random Tuesday in July just to keep us on our toes. But as of now, based on all the data and patterns, our prediction stands tall. And let's be real for a moment. If you had to place your bets on a random internet rumor or an AI-backed prediction, where would you put your money? I know where I'd put mine. That's a wrap on our AI-powered GTA 6 release date prediction. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of gaming predictions, AI antics, and a sprinkle of dry humor, then you're in for a treat. We're a new channel, but we've got a lot more in store for you. From more GTA 6 updates to AI insights around gaming, we're here to keep you informed and entertained. So, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and join us on this wild ride through the gaming universe. And remember, in a world of leaks and rumors, sometimes it's the machines that have the inside scoop.